exhibition basketball here on ESPN. The Kings come in with an offense that looks to outrun and outgun the opposition. You need one heck of a defense to slow them down. They will be challenged in this game versus the Cavaliers, who come in hoping everybody plays together on defense. They haven't been able to do that very often, and it shows when you look at the points they allow every game. Let's take it over to Bob Steele and Rod West, who are ready to call the game from Sacramento.
Welcome, all you basketball junkies. We're here at Arco Arena in Sacramento. I'm Bob Steele, and with me as usual is Rod West. Here are the starting lineups for tonight's game. Who do you think's going to put on a show? Wagner? Rod, thanks. It's time for the player intros.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention courtside for the player introductions. First for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At center, Chris Mim. At forward, Tyrone Hill. Also at forward, Darius Miles. At guard, Dewan Wagner. Also at guard, Ricky Davis. And now the starting lineup for your Sacramento Kings. At the center position, from Serbia, 7'1", number 21. And forward from Yugoslavia, 6'9", number 60, Peja Stojakovic. And guard, out of number 9, 6'5", number 13, Doug. Also at guard, from Arizona, 6'2", number 10, Mike Bibby. At the other forward position, from Michigan, 6'10", number 4,
He's running, but there's two back. The Kings control the opening tip. Divac has it. Takes the quick shot. Puts too much on it.
Vlade Divac can't believe he blew that one, and neither can I. No excuse not to finish when you're that close.
Uses the crossover. Puts it up. The J was off the mark by Davis.
Davis should think twice before he takes that shot, and if he still wants to shoot it, he should think a third time and a fourth time. That's not his game.
Launches from beyond the arc. Gets back iron and out.
Stojakovic isn't even going to dwell on that last shot. He knows he should have made it, so he'll wait to redeem himself when the next open three comes around.
Passes. Hill takes a turnaround J. Gets right iron, no good.
Hill should have known better than to take that one. He had to play within the confines of the game.
He tries the spin move. He uses the leaner inside. Doesn't get it all the way there.
That is such smart defense when you're on the inside, and frankly, that wasn't his best work.
Just over 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Weber grabs the defensive board.
Davis was too wide open, if there is such a thing. I think he choked a little bit on that three-pointer.
The off-the-glass lay-in was cashed in by Stojakovic. Miles with the inbound. Wagner passes it. Just under 4 minutes here in the first quarter. Gets airborne. Divac is called for blocking. That's his first foul of the game. He can't get the first. He misses them both. The defensive rebound by Weber. Ball. Passes. Pass right side. Stojakovic shoots. Bounces off the left rim and out.
Easy call right there. He was mugged.
Listen up. 45 twist.
He can't get the first. He misses them both. Tyrone Hill grabs the defensive board. The Cavaliers have the ball in a small deficit, 2-0. Bim puts it up from 11. Can't sink the well-defended shot. Nice rebound by the 14-year man out of Serbia. The Kings bring it up. They're shooting 25% from the floor. Gets the board up. Kicks it outside.
45 twist.
Goes with the crossover.
Look at the replay right here, Bobby, and watch how he loses the defense.
Loses the D. He posterized the D. That was a fantastic move.
You're right. All he needs to do is go to that crossover for his score. It's as simple as that.
Just over 3 minutes here in the first quarter.
Quick.
Bim dishes it off. Rises up. Gets fouled. He'll shoot a pair.
I like aggressive D, but that's a little bit too aggressive. Almost an assault. You'll pick up the foul on that one every time.
He can't get the first. He must still come out of the game because of foul trouble. Garnett fights for the board down low. Puts it back up for a deuce. Stojakovic throws it in. Passes it. Just under 3 minutes here in the first quarter. Uses the crossover. Passes it. Clark shoots. Can't get the bucket, but he gets the foul and will go to the line for 2.
Got him on the arm during the shot. The ref says, put him on the line.
He gets the first of 2. He's off on the second. Hill corrals the defensive board. Miles has the ball. The Cavaliers head into the front court. They're 1 out of their last 6 from the floor. Nice two-handed hanger by Miles. The Kings have it. They haven't hit a shot from the arc. Bibby stepped on the line, and they'll give the ball up.
He just lost concentration. Didn't keep track of his feet and then lost it out of bounds. He's got to keep his mind in the game, Bob.
Gets cut off by Clark. Hill passes the ball. Miles launches from beyond the arc. Doesn't get the tough shot.
Good rebound on the inside.
8 from beyond the arc by Wagner.
Wagner didn't have to rush that 3 because no one was near him. He just zoned in and let it fly.
Passes. Launches from beyond the arc. Can't answer back with the 3.
Oh, Bobby, you gotta like the way he ripped that one down.
Launches from beyond the arc. Can't get it to drop.
Well, I tell you what, they dodged the bullet right there. The 3 was wide open, but they're lucky that one didn't go in.
Yanks it down inside. Passes it. The Kings, with the score of this trip down, can tie it up. The one-handed dunk was stuffed down by Weber.
Weber really didn't get fancy with that shot there. He did just enough to guarantee himself the 2.
The Cavaliers bring it up. They're 1 out of their last 3 from the arc. The jumper was buried by Wagner.
Wagner is such a double threat. He can use that crossover to take the ball to the rim or pull up on you just like he does here.
Rod, how long has that move been around?
Bobby, the crossover move has been around since the late 60s. The most
Clark inbounds the ball. The Kings have the ball. They're shooting 33% from the floor. Pass to the paint. It's knocked away. Stolen. The Cavaliers have possession, and they're on a 9-3 run. The one-handed jam by Miles.
Miles made sure he wasn't coming away empty-handed by throwing it down.
Nabbed by Christie. Goes up. Goes glass on the layup.
Christie has a crossover move that's the envy of most NBA players. We got to see it on that play.
59 seconds here in the first quarter. Davis jumps up. Gets fouled. He'll shoot a pair.
Even with the contact, though, Bob, he almost sank that shot. Great player.
He can't get the first. They'll head to the bench. Weber grabs the defensive board. The Kings are at the controls. They're 3 out of their last 6 from the floor. Launches from beyond the arc.
Take the three.
Gets
only
right
by
iron,
two.
no good.
Way to clean the offensive glass right there, Bob.
Stojakovic puts it up inside, drains it on his second attempt. That was all possible due to the offensive rebounding. Ilgauskas passes, spins to the hoop, passes it, pulls the trigger from 18,
Jermaine Jones.
tickles the twine.
Bob, right there's the problem when you play loose like that.
Rod, you're right about that. I mean, you gotta at least get a hand in his face. You can't give him a clear look. Amazing play, Rod. Let's check it out on the replay.
They've got highlight material on this bucket for sure. Look at this.
Oh, man. By the time the D reacted, he was finished with the spin and halfway in the air. Rod, how does he do that?
Absolutely no idea. All I know is I wish I had him when I was coaching.
The Cavaliers work it up court. They're 1 out of their last 3 from the arc. The layup was banked in by Wagner.
Juan Wagner.
Weber with the inbound. Pass left corner. 17 seconds here in the first quarter. Tries the spin move. Gets stopped by Murray. Launches from beyond the arc. Doesn't get the tough shot. Hauls it down. Kicks it outside. We're at the end of 1. The score, 15-13. The Kings trail single digits after 1, Rod. Any significant stats that leap out at you?
3-point shooting, Bob. When you're shooting this poorly from the outside, you need to abandon the outside shot and try to get something easier. High percentage shots will
Substitution for
always
the
help.
Kings.
I got him.
Miles passes it.
Switch. Pick him up.
Ilgauskas fires from the right
Good
block.
defense.
Puts too much on it.
Zildjiūnas Ilgauskas must have realized that he had an average defender on him and put up that shot. The problem is that he's just an average shooter.
Divac goes with the runner. Drains the lightly contested shot.
That's an easy bucket for him, Bob. Put up 2 on that scoreboard.
The Cavaliers have the rock. They're shooting 46% from the floor. Miles has it. Spins to the hoop. It's rejected. Divac swatted that one away, and it's his first block of the game. The Kings head into the front court. They're 3 out of their last 6 from the floor. Elevates. Gets the lay-in.
This is how you execute, Bob. Watch this big-time play.
Nice move to the hoop.
That's how you teach the spin. From there on out, it's easy. Just a little bit of a lay-in. Simple as that.
Murray throws it in. The Cavaliers have it. They're shooting 33% from the arc. Passes. Hill takes the quick shot. Can't tie it up.
Come on, defense.
The Kings could add to their lead with a bucket this trip down. Received by Stojakovic. Tries the spin move. Gets airborne. Botches the lay-in. Ilgauskas dishes it off. The Cavaliers, with the score of this trip down, can tie it up. Yanks it down inside. The Kings bring it up. They're 0 out of their last 6 from the arc. Low post shot was dropped in by Weber.
Weber makes a terrific spin move.
He wasn't off balance coming out of the spin move either, Rod. He just got by his man and sealed the play with a dunk.
Get him.
Passes it.
I got him.
Gets cut off by Christie.
Watch baseline.
Miles shoots from the top of the
There he
key.
is.
Money.
Miles.
That shot could have gone either way, but this time he had just the edge he needed to sink the basket.
The Kings have the ball in a small lead, 19-17. Ilgauskas corrals the defensive board. Passes.
That's a nice heads-up play on D.
Hill rises up. Dunks it down with one hand.
Beautiful slam. He drops it in the bucket with an exclamation point.
Passes it. Skies.
I got him.
Gets the lay-in.
Christie.
Hill inbounds the ball. The Cavaliers have the ball. They're shooting 44% from the floor. Wagner takes off. Gets the lay-in.
He set himself up on that one by going with the crossover. Everybody expects moves like that from him, but that doesn't mean they're any easier to stop.
The Kings are at the controls. They're 4 out of their last 6 from the floor.
Switch up.
High rises.
Watch the screen.
Can't get the bucket, but he gets the foul and will go to the line for 2.
Tough call, Bob, but the right call. Too much contact during the shooting motion.
He can't get the first.
Substitution for the
Looks
Kings.
fresh coming back on the floor.
Substitution for the Cavaliers.
Keeps it alive and dishes it off.
That's a nice job fighting on the offensive boards.
Spins to the hoop. Dumps it off.
Got him.
Weber has the ball.
Outside. Screen coming.
Jackson fires. Gets the kind bounce off the back rim.
He's no marksman, even from the inside, but he finds a way to sink the shot.
Wagner brings it up. He's 4 out of his last 4 from the floor. Stolen! He's running, but there's 2 back. Bibby passes the ball. Gets busy. Goes glass on the lane. Murray with the inbound. The Cavaliers work it up court. They're shooting 33% from the arc. The downtown shot was off the mark by Wagner. Rebounded by Divac.
Wagner took the right shot. He didn't hit it, but you have to believe he's going to make that shot a lot more than he's going to miss it.
Jackson gets his 6th point of the period. He's got 6 total. Passes. Wagner works it up court. He's shooting 80% from the floor. The ball's loose. Tries to spin move. Puts it up. Rod, you have to explain to me how that happened on the replay.
Murray isn't half bad with the spin move here.
I agree with that, Rod, but even if you have some good moves, you still need that jump shot in your arc. Jackson has the rock. He has 6 points from the paint. Passes it. Stojakovic goes up. It's blocked. Passes.
Big rebound. Nice job. Good job.
7 seconds to shoot. The 3-pointer was no good by Jackson. Takes the turnaround J. Gets it to fall. Good defense on the earlier block, but it didn't pay off. Wagner heads up court. He's 4 of 5 from the floor. Wagner makes the pass. Hill releases from 15. Gets the far iron, but it goes in.
Defense has to get a body on him out there. Make him think twice before he takes that shot.
Pass caught by Weber. Weber gets aggressive. Biffs the one-handed jam.
Good rebound on the inside.
15 cross.
Spins to the hoop. Puts up the shot. Yanks it down inside.
Divac makes the pretty crossover, but it doesn't get you any points on the board.
Miles puts it up inside. Gets fouled and makes the bucket. He'll have an opportunity to add 1 at the charity stripe. He can't complete the 3-point play. Weber grabs the defensive board.
He's got his rebounding fundamentals down, Bobby.
He sure does, Roddy. He anticipates where the ball's going to go, boxes out, and then cleans up. The defensive rebound by Murray. The Cavaliers have a big opportunity and can tie it up here. Count that last jumper by Hill.
You cannot leave anyone this.
Divac throws it in.
But in
The Kings have it. They're 1 out of their last 6 from the floor. Passes it, tries to spin move, gets up, dunks it.
Divac doesn't normally make a lot of fancy moves like that, and that's precisely why it worked that time. The defender was too surprised to make a play.
Wagner passes. Wagner has it. He's shooting 50% from the arc. Miles takes the quick shot. Gets his 6th point of the period. He's got 10 total. We've reached halftime with the score 31-31. Let's go studio side. Here's Clark's recap of the first half.
Welcome to the ESPN Halftime Update. Here's a quick breakdown of the numbers from the first half. The Kings have taken more shots than their opponents, but they haven't been as selective. Their lower field goal percentage has them battling in a close game. Tyrone Hill, in the first half, has a total of 6 points and 6 rebounds. A clear choice for our Sega Sports Hot at the Half player. That'll do it for now. Don't forget to tune in to the ESPN postgame show at the end of the
Substitution for the Kings. Substitution for the Cavaliers.
Miles inbounds the ball. Spins to the hoop. Gets stopped by Divac. Fires from the right block. Tickles the twine.
Mim didn't like what he saw there at first, so he gives a little pump fake to get a better look.
It works like a charm here, too. And after the fake, just Bibby passes it. Elevates. Now is in double figures. Mim brings it up. He's 2 out of his last 4 from the floor. Hill wasn't careful with his position and gets nailed with the backcourt violation. Goes with the crossover. Puts it up. Went glass on the lay-in, but it's missed by Christie. The Cavaliers bring it up. They're shooting 25% from the arc. Went in for the layup, but it's off the mark by Miles. Weber corrals the defensive board. Weber has the ball. He's shooting 40% from the floor. Divac now has it. Shoots. Connects off the front rim.
Man, he is just in his element inside. What a player.
Wagner is at the controls. He's 1 out of his last 2 from the arc. Jumps up. Dunks it down with both hands.
Hill didn't throw down the fanciest dunk right there, but it all counts the same.
Now in the paint. The Kings have the ball. They're 0 out of their last 6 from the arc. Mim works it up court. He's 2 of 4 from the floor. Caught by Mim. Mim lets it go from 17 feet out. Doesn't get it all the way there.
Mim has no business taking that shot. He's not going to help his team out that way.
Christie scores his 12th point with a bucket there.
Christie wasn't going to go up soft. You have to make sure the ball's going down when you're in that close.
Loose ball. The steal. The Kings could add to their lead with a bucket this trip down. Christie gets his 6th point of the period. He's got 14 total.
The Kings are lighting up the nets tonight, and if they can find a way to create some more shot opportunities while staying on this streak, chances are they'll start to pull away here.
Off the right rim, but missed by Wagner. Battled for that board. Passes it.
That's how you fight for the offensive rebound.
Davis gets airborne. Gets the lay-in. Weber with the inbound. The Kings work it up court. They're 5 out of their last 6 from the floor. It's 1-on-1. Gets vertical. Dunks it.
A good NBA player can create his offense by playing good defense. Textbook example right here.
Nice defensive play, Rod. He picks it clean and takes it in for the dunk.
As I
Bibby dishes it off. Tries to spin move. Puts it up.
Nice body control to get the shot off with the foul.
He completes the 3-point play. Mim has it. He's 2 out of his last 5 from the floor. Hill gains some altitude. Dunks it down with both hands.
Wow. Fancy moves for a guy who doesn't make fancy moves. Well, I'll give him this. It worked, and he got the bucket.
The Kings have the rock. They haven't hit a shot from the arc. Takes a turnaround Jay. Can't drop down his shot. Down right wing. Hill lets it go from the wing. Puts up a miss.
The D holds all the cards in this matchup. He has really got his work cut out for it.
He's all alone. Slam down, however.
Beautiful offensive effort right there. He looked very confident as he drove to the hole for the air assault.
Passes. Spins to the hoop. Miles takes the quick shot. Can't drop the lightly contested shot.
Miles looked to be in good position, but those mid-range jumpers can be tougher than they look sometimes.
The Kings head into the front court. They're 0 out of their last 6 from the arc. Divac leaves the ground. It's blocked. Stojakovic throws it in. Goes with the crossover. Gets fouled.
Christie comes through in the pinch here, Bob.
Well, contact's a part of the game. You can't let that... He can't complete the 3-point play. The defensive rebound by Hill. Inside. Leaps up. Dunks it down with one hand.
Davis is going with the dunk all the way. No hesitation.
The Kings would love to extend their lead this trip down. Inside. Nice laying off the glass by Bibby.
Bibby used that crossover to mesmerize his defender, and at that point, it was over.
Wagner works it up court. He's 1 out of his last 2 from the arc. Wagner passes the ball. Mim springs up. Watches the lay-in.
He just has a nose for the ball, Bob. Amazing instinct.
It's instinct and desire, Rod. He just wants the ball more than anyone else. Puts it up, makes it up and out.
The D was a little, let's call it shaky, but that was a solid defensive play and an effective one, too.
56 seconds here in the third quarter. Takes a wide open shot. Doesn't get it all the way there.
They've got to be thanking their lucky stars that shot went wide. That should have been an automatic, too. It was so wide open.
The Kings have it. He's shooting 54% from the floor. Crashes the boards. Dishes it off.
Oh, Bobby, you got to like the way he ripped that one down.
Yanks it down inside.
Stojakovic was playing the percentages there. He generally makes that shot, but not that possession.
Hill heads up court. He has 10 points from the floor. Weber corrals the defensive glass.
Davis is a good shooter from long distance, but the defender met the challenge on that one.
Rebounded by Davis.
Divac must have realized that he had an average defender on him and put up that shot. The problem is that he's just an average shooter.
Off the left rim and out by Miles.
Miles has the uncanny ability to blow even the easiest shots inside, and that's it.
Stuffed home by Divac.
Divac told his coaches he was going to be more aggressive inside tonight, and I think plays like that are what he was talking about.
Passes it. Miles shoots from 13 feet out. Can't get the buzzer beater. We've just finished the third quarter. The score, 50-43. The Kings still cling to a small lead going into the fourth. What's been the key stat so far, Rod?
Three-point shooting, Bob. The shooting numbers between these two teams aren't even close. They need to forget about those threes and concentrate on maintaining this lead.
Off the front rim and missed by Vivian.
Way to clean the offensive glass right there, Bob.
Tipped up but not in by Divac.
Everybody thinks of rebounding as a Neanderthal elbow-knocking slugfest, but so much of it is just being where you need to be. If you've got good position, you're more than halfway to the possession.
Bibby makes the pass. Tries the spin move. Uses the crossover. Bibby with the ball. Grabbed by Stojakovic. The J was off the mark by Stojakovic. Battle for that board.
Divac has been doing it all game long, and that gives them a double-double on the evening. That's a nice performance.
Passes. Shoots from the paint. Cans it.
Davis gets the bucket, but he's the bit.
Davis.
Stojakovic inbounds the ball. Pass to the paint. The Kings are at the controls. They're 0 out of their last 6 from the arc. Divac scores his 12th point with the bucket there.
The Kings score yet another basket down low, and as you can see, they've completely dominated the paint tonight, making it very hard for the opposition to keep up.
Nice two-handed hanger by Mim. Passes it. The Kings can extend their lead this trip down. They'd love to do that. Knocked off course, and it's loose on the perimeter.
Nice block there. Terrific defensive stop.
The Cavaliers can trim this lead down and bring it close with the bucket here. Takes the turnaround J. Puts up a miss.
Mim scares you when he takes that shot, and for good reason.
Divac is at the controls. He has 10 points from the paint. Spins to the hoop. Stojakovic lets it go for the wing. Doesn't get the tough shot. Launches from beyond the arc. Doesn't get it all the way there.
They just couldn't get that jumper to fall, Bobby. That is exactly the look they wanted, and they executed the play perfectly, but it just didn't work out that time.
Davis gets his 6th point of the period. He's got 10 total.
The Cavaliers are lighting up the nets tonight, and if they can find a way to create some more shot opportunities while staying on this streak, chances are they'll start to pull away here.
Fires! Can't answer back.
Bibby has an amazing crossover, but if you can't score after making that move, then it doesn't matter.
Mim works it up court. He's 3 out of his last 6 from the floor. The tray was missed by Miles. Passes, puts it up from a step inside the line. Couldn't buy a basket that trip down.
He has got to stick that open jumper. No one is happy with that shot. Not him, and definitely not his coach.
Christie passes. From inside, has now hit double figures.
Simple but effective pump fake gets him enough room.
Miles with the inbound. Wagner has the rock. He's shooting 50% from the arc. Hill with the rock. Shoots, makes it in.
He's no threat for the offensive MVP award, but his shooting was good enough to get the 2.
Bibby heads up court. He's shooting 20% from the floor. Goes with the crossover. Passes it. Takes off. Just picked up number 21 with that bucket.
Christie used that little tricky spin to break down the defender, and after that, it was all over.
Wagner has it. He's one out of his last 2 from the arc. Miles takes a quick shot. Gets the tough shot to fall. You don't see him taking or making many of those. The Kings have it. They're 0 out of their last 6 from the arc. Weber takes the turnaround J. Can't connect. The Kings are struggling here in the 4th quarter. Hill brings it up. He has 12 points from the floor. Passes it. Launches from beyond the arc. Doesn't tie it up. Weber passes it. Weber has the ball. He's 3 of 8 from the floor. He uses a crossover. Dumps it off. Passes. Launches from beyond the arc. Picks up his 5th point of the quarter. He has a total of 24 so far.
Big time play right there. They've got a guy wide open for the tray, and all you got to do is get the rock in his hands.
The turnaround shot is off the mark by Hill. The Cavaliers will turn it over.
You know they've got those lines painted there for a reason. A good player knows exactly where he is at all time and does not slip out of bounds like that.
Passes it. Chris Weber puts it up. Puts too much on it.
Weber was open, but he took that shot too quickly. If they had worked the ball around a little, they might have gotten a better shot.
NBA basketball is so quick, Rod. We got to see that again. Stojakovic throws it in. The Kings bring it up. They're shooting 48% from the floor. Goes with the crossover. Tries to spin move. Puts up the shot. Yanks it down inside.
Stojakovic just can't get it going, and once you get cold, it's hard to get that hot hand back.
Mims is at the controls. He has 4 points from the paint. Darius Miles drops in his 14th point tonight. The Kings have the ball. They're 3 out of their last 6 from the floor. Weber has it. Weber dishes it off. Gets stopped by Davis. It's stolen. The Cavaliers can tie it up with a basket this trip down. The dunk was just crushed in by Wagner. The Kings will take a timeout here. High rises. Gets the bucket and the foul. He'll go to the line for one more.
The Kings continue to pound the ball inside, and as you can see, it is paying off big time.
He can't complete the three-point play. Mem grabs the defensive board. The Cavaliers passes. Uses the runner inside. Gets the front rim. He can't get the first. He misses them both. Mem corrals the... defensive glass. Mem passes the ball. Wagner works it up court. He's 1 of 3 from the arc. And that'll do it. Your final score for tonight's game, 63-61. The game's over, and so is our time with you today. Make sure you catch SportsCenter so you can stay on top of the latest news in the sports world. Check your local listings for the correct time and channel. That's on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
Thanks for joining us here at the ESPN Postgame Show. I'm Clark Dishman. The Kings come away with a 2-point nail-biter over the Cavaliers. They look to be in good form as they prepare for the regular season. The Kings hit the boards and ran down every missed shot. Basketball is all about fundamentals, and it doesn't get any more fundamental than good rebounding, which they demonstrated tonight. Vlade Divac finished with a total of 12 points and 16 rebounds. He will get our ESPN Player of the Game. What a player. Well, that will do it for now. Make sure to tune in to ESPN during the regular season for all the game's highlights and insight. I'm Clark Dishman. We'll see you then.